Hi, welcome to Box on the Box, Rock and Celluloid, Bot Brat for short. I'm over Box. It's Oscar time, Oscars 2023, but obviously for films coming out in 2022. My good mate, Gary, I'm not on Facebook Foley, dispatched the thumbnail for this a couple of days ago, so this is really hot off the press. Let's get cracking. All Quiet on the Western Front, Avatar, The Way of Water, The Banshee of Inisherin, Elvis, Everything Everywhere All at Once, The Fabelmans, Tar, Top Gun, Maverick, Triangle of Sadness, Women Talking, those are the Best Picture nominations. All Quiet on the Western Front's great. I don't think it'll win, but I really liked it. Avatar and Maverick, and nominations really. Hollywood's back. These films grossed over $3.5 billion between them and are continuing to rise. I love Maverick. Avatar less so, but fair play. Banshees of Inisherin, superb. Elvis, excellent. Everything Everywhere All at Once, I must confess I haven't seen it. The Fabelmans I've seen a bit of. Tar, I just watched recently, bit dry, don't think that's a winner. Triangle of Sadness, very funny, great middle section, but I'm quite surprised it's nominated. Women Talking's the kind of surprise one here. This film got great receptions at festivals earlier in the year, then kind of went off the radar, I think. Sarah Polley directs it. And there's quite a lot of love for it, so it's quite nice this has got nominated. The winner here, oh, this is really hard, but it's between The Banshees of Inisherin and Everything Everywhere All at Once. They're both nominated for Best Director and Film Editing, so I think that shows what the winner potentially is. I would like to see The Banshees win this because I love it, but I haven't seen Everything Everywhere All at Once, which again was quite a hip special effects film. So yeah, that's what I think there. If they kind of split the thing, maybe something like an Elvis could come through. It's a popular film at the box office thereabouts. A lot of love for it. Best Director, Banshees of Inisherin, Martin McDonough. Everything Everywhere All at Once, I've forgotten the name of the two directors, but there's two of them. The Fabelmans, Steven Spielberg. Tar, Todd Field, and Triangle of Sadness, Reuben Osted. Again, Triangle of Sadness, I do like his films. Kind of surprised he's nominated. Maybe could have been other choices. My feeling with this is Fabelmans, Spielberg, I think this is either his 8th or 9th nomination. The last time I think was for Lincoln, but maybe there was something in between. No, West Side Story, that was it, yes. So this is his 9th nomination. I think the only director with more nominations in the history of film is William Wyler, has 12. I think Stephen's got more than Scorsese now. Is there a director who got 10? There probably might be. It's not John Ford. But anyway, it's not Capra. Wilder, I think he had 8, so Steven Spielberg, whether he'll catch Wilder, who knows. My feeling the winner of this will be Tar. And The Banshees of Inisherin and Everything Everywhere All at Once, obviously, they've got the most noms. I think they've got 11 and 10 or 9. And then the other ones, All Quiet on the Western Front's got a lot. But my feeling is Todd Field has done a director's film. He spent 16 years prepping this. If you're not aware, Todd Field did In the Bedroom, an excellent film, debut film. Straight off the bat, got key Oscar nominations and kind of brought Marissa Tomei back into the fray, really. And then he did Little Children, who's very good, got a lot of acting nominations. Cate Blanchett's amazing in this. It's the depth of research and the depth of immersion into the subject matter. So my feeling is directors watching this will appreciate the directorness of it. I could be wrong though. Best Actor, so Austin Butler, Elvis, Colin Farrell, Banshees of Inisherin, Brendan Fraser, Paul Mescal, After Sun, Bill Nighy, Living. So the big shock here is Paul Mescal of After Sun. This film's been very well received. I think it's a kind of BBC-backed indie film about a father and daughter. Really like Paul Mescal. He's got a great career ahead of him. It's great to see him nominated here. Bill Nighy getting his first ever Best Actor nomination. He's supposed to be great in this film, playing a man with a terminal diagnosis. Love Farrell. Would love to see him win. I thought Austin Butler was great, but I think Brendan Fraser will win this for 2 reasons. Basically, I suspect he's very, very good in the film, but it's a nice story. This is a big comeback for Brendan Fraser. Last few years, he's kind of appeared in a couple of key series. And he started appearing in a few films, but he's had a lot of time out. I think he's had a few mental health problems. You can see he's put on weight himself, and I think he's got divorced. He's probably eaten a lot. He's had some weird press, but not great things, but no fault of his own at all. Nothing he's done. Just had a hard time, and this is quite a nice story. And whatever. Yeah, I'm not sure what the film's like, but I do think he's had standing ovations for this, so that'll be cool. Best Actress: Kate Blanchett, Tar, Anna de Armas, Blonde, Andrew Riseborough to Leslie, Michelle Williams, The Fabelmans, Michelle Yeoh, Everything Everywhere All at Once. So next to my list here, it tells you every film they're in except Andrew Riseborough, and that tells you the story that no one knows much about this film. It grossed, so far I'm sure it's grossed like under $50,000. What happened is some actresses, Gwyneth Paltrow, I think Charlize Theron, on Instagram had seen the film and spread the word out to the people who are watching. They're kind of influencers, aren't they, saying this is one of the best performances ever seen by an actress. And word has spread. And this is how the nominations got there. It's kind of people power. But what's interesting is this puts Riseborough in the ascendancy, because people getting their screeners, oh, you've got to see this Andrew Riseborough, you've got to see Andrew Riseborough. So this could come through. Kate Blanchett has won everything. The only thing with Kate Blanchett is she's won the Best Actress before and she's won Best Supporting Actress, but she's won a lot of the awards going. She's brilliant in the film, it's just she's not a likeable character. Anna de Armas was supposed to be great in Blonde. I think she's a real talent. She's great in the Bond film, great in Knives Out. It's just people didn't like the film, it was quite controversial. Michelle Williams, The Fabelmans, what I've seen of The Fabelmans, I didn't totally like this performance. I'm not a massive Michelle Williams fan. But anyway, Michelle Yeoh, Everything Everywhere All at Once. Now this would be a popular win. She started off in Tomorrow Never Dies in the Hollywood films, Crouching Tiger. She's obviously works in America. She's Chinese Hong Kong. Had a great career. She's doing top work, and I think she's 60 this year. It's just a really good story, and it's like that diversity thing that the Oscars are recognising actors and actresses and workers of different cultural heritage. So, it's really difficult. It's a really difficult one. If Blanchett and Yeoh kind of cancel each other out, Riseborough might come through, but maybe the nomination's enough. I'm not going to call this. That character, I think that category's not as strong as the actor one. Best Supporting Actress: Angela Bassett, Black Panther: Wakanda Forever, Hong Chow: The Whale, Kerry Condon: The Banshees and Inisherin, Jamie Lee Curtis, Everything Everywhere All at Once, and Stephanie HSU, I'm not sure how you pronounce that, Everything Everywhere All at Once. Shame for Jamie Lee Curtis, but she's nominated with another actress from that film. That would have been a great career Oscar. The other actress is probably great. So they'll cancel each other out. Angela Bassett, she should have been nominated way more times. She's great. So this would be a really popular win. Hong Chow, there's a lot of love for her performance in The Whale. I think Kerry Condon, The Banshees of Inisherin, will win this. It's quite a large supporting performance, but it's a key supporting performance in the film. And that's my feeling, is that will win. Best Supporting Actor: Brendan Gleeson, Banshees of Inisherin, Brian Tyree Henry, Causeway. Haven't heard of this film, but I like Brian Tyree Henry. Judd Hirsch, The Fabelmans, Barry Keoghan, Banshees of Inisherin, and Ke Huy Quan, Everything Everywhere All at Once. So Barry Keoghan and Brendan Gleeson will probably cancel each other out. I think Brian Tyree Henry, the nomination's probably the prize, as it were. Judd Hirsch and Ke Huy Quan. Judd Hirsch, this could be a good career Oscar. It's his second nomination. He was nominated all those years ago for Ordinary People. Obviously he's loved in Taxi as well, but my feeling is Ke Huy Quan will win this. Ke Huy Quan played Short Round in Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. After that, as a child actor, he was in some things and then just went on to have an adult career, jobbing probably in TV, probably in some straight to DVD type films, and here he is getting an Oscar nomination for playing Michelle Yeoh's character's husband, and he's won awards already. I think it's a lovely story. It's a cool story. Keep at it, keep going. You never know what's around the corner, like the Brendan Fraser story like this. There's quite a few, Hong Chow, Kerry Condon, people, new nominees. Jamie Lee Curtis, she's been doing stuff since '78. Andrew Riseborough getting a nomination. She's been around a long time, doing great work on TV. She's actually from Wallsend. It's in Newcastle, near where I live. Okay, best adapted screenplay: All Quiet on the Western Front, Glass Onion and Knives Out, Mystery Living, Top Gun Maverick, Women Talking. Weird, Glass Onion, Maverick, who knew they were adapted? Anyway, I think Women Talking will win this. I think Sarah Polley, might have adapted it. There's a lack of sort of female recognition in the technical and creative categories. They're all creative. there's a bit of love for this film. I think that will win. If not, maybe Living. Is it Kashi? I can't pronounce it. Izaguro. He did Remains of the Day. He adapts it. He's a very respected novelist. All Quiet on the Western Front, classic book, really good film. That was a real treat on Netflix, wasn't it? You know, for your £5 or whatever. I'm going to go for Women in Talking. Best original screenplay, Banshees of Inisherin. Everything Ever All at Once, The Fabelmans, Tar Triangle of Sadness. I think the Banshees of Inisherin will win this. It's beautifully written. He's won before for Free Billboards, although that ended up mining controversy a bit with the character arcs. I think that'll win. Animated feature, Pinocchio, Marcel the Shell with Shoes On, Puss in Boots, The Last Wish, The Sea Best Turning Red, unless it's supposed to be Sea Beast. That's Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio, not the Zemeckis one, which is supposed to be dreadful. I think this will win. It's beautifully animated, label of love, $35 million, you know, not extravagant. I think animators will recognise the sheer craftsmanship of this. I don't like the Pinocchio story. I've always thought Pinocchio's a bit of a twat. But it's very good. It's very good how he brought fascism into it, Italian fascism, and various other themes. Best international feature. This will win. All Quiet on the Western Front will win this. This Argentina 1985, Closio, The Quiet Girl. But this will be All Quiet on the Western Front. I'm going to count the nominations for that after this. Best documentary short, I'm not going to comment on that because I don't know hardly anything about it. I haven't seen anything of it. Best cinematography, All Quiet on the Western Front, Bardo, False Chronicles of a Handful of Truths, Elvis, Empire of Light and Tar. So Bardo, False Chronicles of Truth is Alessandro Inarritu's film, went straight to Netflix. It sounds a bit arsey. Whenever I've read the plot, I can't be arsed watching it, I've got to be honest. Interestingly, it's Darius Konji, I think I should pronounce his second name. We got this. He did the superb cinematography for Seven and the Karen Janae films back in the 90s. So it's nice to see him nominated. Normally, this director works with Emmanuel Lubetsky, or is it Checo they call him, and he also works with the guy did Children of Men. You know, oh bloody come to me. He's won Oscars. Empire of Light, Roger Deakins, you know, what a master. Apparently, the cinematography, that's amazing. Tar's got amazing photography, as did Elvis. What's going to win this? That's a really difficult one. I think Elvis might get this. It's a popular one, but I don't know. Empire of Light, it depends what the cinematographer thinks is the most beautifully shot. Good technical cinematography on All Quiet on the Western Front. There's a lot of green screen effects, very well done. Best costume design, Babylon, Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, Elvis, Everything Ever All at Once, Mrs. Harris Goes to Paris. Lovely Frocks and Mrs. Harris Goes to Paris, I suspect. Everything Ever All at Once will do some interesting things in the multiverse. Elvis, great recreation of Elvis's era. Black Panther, it won last time, the original Black Panther. Maybe Babylon might win this. This film, there's not a lot of love for it, but it recreates 20s Hollywood, and costume designers will love that. Film editing, there still is an appearance of the things for this here. I know Maverick's nominated. I think Fabelmans might be. Everything Everywhere All at Once is. Forget the other ones. Inisherin's nominated. I think Maverick or Everything Everywhere All at Once will win for this. Maverick, because the editors love action. Very good. And the editing on Everything All at Once, I suspect is very good because it probably brings all the multiverses together. Makeup and hairstyling, All Quiet on the Western Front, The Batman, Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, Elvis, and The Whale. Normally you might pick someone like The Whale as the obvious choice here. Brendan Fraser in a fat suit looking like a morbidly obese man. Elvis recreating Elvis how he looked later on. But the Batman's got extraordinary makeup on Colin Farrell. You cannot tell it's Colin Farrell at all, which makes you think, well, why did you cast Colin Farrell? So I'd maybe go for that. That's really, really amazing makeup. Original score, Quiet on the Western Front, Babylon, The Banshees of Inisherin, Everything Ever All at Once, The Fabelmans. Fabelmans is something like John Williams' 55th nomination, God knows what. Amazing. I think The Banshees of Inisherin will win for this. Brilliant score by Carter Burwell. Basically, you know, your typical thing would have some Irish Hollywood score. He doesn't do that. It's kind of weird. It kind of plays against the scenery and it underscores the weirdness of what's happening with Brendan Gleeson's character. You watch the film, it's ambiguous. You kind of have to make up your own mind why Brendan Gleeson is the way he is with the Colin Farrell character. I've got my opinion. You know, you shall have yours. Original song, Applause from Tall Like a Woman, Hold My Hand from Top Gun Maverick, Lift Me Up from Black Panther Wakanda Forever, Lift Me Up from Black Panther Wakanda Forever, Natu Natu from RRR, don't know what that is. This is Alive from Everything Ever All at Once. I've heard the Top Gun one, I like that. I think the Lift Me Up might win. It's got Rihanna on it. These kind of songs at the end of African, you know, American related films. Obviously, it's not, you know, not African American characters in it, but you know, Salma's won before. It seems to appeal to Academy members, so I think that might win. Production design, All Quiet on the Western Front, Avatar: The Way of Water, Babylon, Elvis: The Fabelmans. Elvis is amazing. Again, Babylon might win this because of its recreation of 20s Hollywood, probably again being a massive like dream for a lot of production designers, and I suspect it looks bloody good. But if I wasn't going for that, I would go for Elvis. Avatar: The Way of Water, isn't that mostly CGI? Weird. Best sound, All Quiet on the Western Front, Avatar: The Way of Water, The Batman, Elvis, Top Gun Maverick. I'm going to take a punt here. All Quiet on the Western Front would be a choice because it's a war film and would require top sound, but I think Top Gun Maverick might win. These types of films often win this. Visual effects, All Quiet on the Western Front, Avatar: The Way of Water, The Batman, Black Panther Wakanda Forever, Top Gun Maverick. Again, I would maybe go for Maverick on this, the way they've got the actor sat in the back of the plane and then removed the pilot actually flying the plane. It's just subtle effects work that really adds to the film, and that's the reason I'd go for that. The effects on that really enhance the film. But you could say Avatar's a massive job, you know. Documentary feature. The only one I know about this is Fire of Love. This is about the couple who were obsessed with volcanoes, and it's been on Storyville and it's on National Geographic. It's got a spectacular scene. That's the only one I've seen, but I suspect a lot of people might have seen that, so that could win. Short film animated, The Boy, the Mole, the Fox and the Horse. Now this was on at Christmas in the UK. It's beautifully hand drawn. Whether it wins or not, that's the only one I've seen, but it was absolutely beautiful animation. Short film, live action. I don't know about this. So that's all of them. There you go. I think Everything Everywhere All at Once has 11 nominations and The Banshees has 9 or 10, and I suspect the next most nominations for All Quiet on the Western Front. So we'll see. I haven't really picked my winners there. I think it's quite, people always say this, but it is quite open. And there's always that thing that something comes through because other things cancel out. Something like All Quiet on the Western Front could come through. Again, shocks here, really, like the Ruben Östlund has got a nomination for Trial of Soundness. Why isn't Edward Berger? You know, All Quiet on the Western Front's nominated in most categories. And, you know, I don't disagree with Banshee of Inisherin or Everything Ever All at Once. Spielberg, The Fabelmans, there's a lot of love for it, Spielberg. Tar, I think Top Field's got to have a nomination, so... Best pictures, there's not really, I mean, they've got the popular ones in there. I'm not sure there's anything missing there, really. Actor's a lovely category. There's maybe, it would have been nice to see Tom Cruise nominated. I think Tom Cruise is great in Maverick. It's the sort of performance that doesn't get recognised, but there's a place for that. Best actress, yeah, there's probably a couple performances there that could have come through, maybe. But good to see Andrea Riseborough come through. Best supporting actress, again, you've got 2 nominations for the same film. You know, you could have nominated someone else. Same with best supporting actor, but it may be these performances just you can't pick between them. It's weird. The supporting actor in The Banshees, the Barry Keoghan one, is more of a supporting performance. You know, he's got less screen time and he makes an impact, so that would be my pick over Brendan Gleeson. I love Brendan Gleeson. You know, he's forever in my heart for Paddington 2, and he's great in this, but he's almost a joint lead, almost. Screenplays are fairly, you know, he's getting Trial of Sunday, I don't know. Yeah, that's it. That's my Oscar take anyway. Remember to share and subscribe. I hope you enjoyed that, and I'll see you again soon. Thanks very much. Bye.